Hey guys. Hey Milo.
I was gonna say, what about me?
Welcome back.
I'm back again.
We're back. How you been?
Gay all day and straight after 6 on Sundays.
Like Kate said, better late than straight, right?
I mean, I feel that way.
What's going on, friend?
Well, since I last saw you.
Did we tell them the secret or no?
No.
Okay.
No secrets. Listen, what I will tell you is this. You and I, we're such good friends, and I value you so much, and I appreciate the friendship that we have as it evolves and grows. It is truly becoming one of the special points of my life. Aww. Right? And so we had a conversation earlier, and I'm telling you now, because I think you were a little ruffled, that I admire and appreciate what you shared, because it wasn't easy for you to tell me. You didn't know what was going to happen. And regardless of what I said, it has nothing to do with you. But I love that you felt safe enough to share. And that's what a friendship is, right? You want to be able to say things to somebody, not knowing what the reaction is, but knowing you're like, don't shoot the fucking messenger.
Yeah.
Right? It's about respect and love. And so I always want you to know that that's always where I'm coming from with you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I just don't want you to be tripping about that, because it's not worth it.
It's gone. Done.
Let that go, honey.
Let it
gas.
go. Let go. Like gas is funny.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing good.
What's new? Besides that gloss.
My lip gloss is popping.
Gloss is popping.
My lips get so dry talking on this. My mouth gets dry, so we got to keep it moist. Moist.
Not moist.
Do you like that word, moist?
Moist doesn't bother me, because listen, if we want to go to the X-rated podcast, I will tell you all day, I like it wet, not dry.
I like a moist cake. That's what comes to mind. You want to know what word? Okay. What
Me
works?
too.
I do like not a double entendre. I wouldn't mean it that way. I really do mean like a moist cake. But
do you like icing on your cake?
Butter, what is it? Buttermilk ice? No.
Keep going.
And the other one, what's the
icing
other one?
on your cake?
I don't know what you're saying to me.
You'll get it later.
I think I do understand what you're saying to me, but I don't. I'm quite innocent, you guys.
Please, our podcaster's name is Hyman. You're not innocent.
That's not his actual name. I'm just kidding.
It's the first time you haven't used his government name. I'm trying to protect him.
I know. Hey, just kidding. Anyway. So yeah, I don't even know. What are we doing today?
Everybody, here's the behind the scenes tea for the Milo and Ben the podcast. Ben likes to have an outline. He wants to know what's happening.
Look, I got to get on my Wendy Williams again. I need to have my notes.
We go so far off whatever the script he thinks it's going to be.
Yeah.
So then it's always who's going to start it? What are we going to talk about? And then it's like, girl, we just go. We
just go with the flow.
We just have a chit chat. Okay. So we were talking at lunch. This is what we're talking about today. So, I get my news from the TikTok, honey.
We love TikTok.
I love the TikTok. And I saw these two white girls. It's important to say they were white because listen, different strokes for different folks, different reactions culturally for sure. And they were cute, blonde, pretty, intelligent, well-spoken. One looked like, she may be the older sister. I don't know that they're related, but yeah. I think they have a podcast is my guess. I wish I could remember so I could give them a shout out, because as soon as they started talking, I was in, right?
Okay, pause real quick. I didn't mean to stop you. Yeah. Because, I would hate to do that, but I'm into podcasts. I love podcasts. I was going to ask you, now that we're doing this, I watch other people's podcasts and I'm obsessed. Do you find yourself watching more podcasts now that we're doing this?
So I'm going to compare podcasts to children.
Okay.
I love my child.
Okay.
I'm not sure about everybody else's.
I didn't know we were going with that. I was like, what are we doing?
I would like to start watching other podcasts, but to be very, very honest, my fear about watching other podcasts is I don't want to become affected by what other people are doing.
Influence.
No,
okay,
I
like
what we do.
Yeah.
So I don't want to necessarily see what other people are doing and think, oh, maybe like, so
Yeah.
if it comes on my TikTok, like there's these two straight boys, we're gonna talk about this too in a second. I don't know if I think they've made maybe some OnlyFans content. I don't know if they're really gay baiting or not, but
I think I know which ones you're talking about.
right. I can't think of their names, but now they've added Pierre somebody to the mix, and apparently he sits on his donkey dong. It's like, it's so big. And so this latest FYP that's coming on is them all swapping places with a lie detector test.
Okay.
And the two that are roommates that are originally on the show together, they're asking, were you jealous when so-and-so did you? And it's like very intriguing, right? So I would love for us to have a podcast like episode with a lie detector test. That'd be great. But we have to approve the questions first. So anyway, back to the two white girls. So she said, she was talking and she said, I bought the watch. She's talking about an Apple Watch, right? And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And the way she said it, I was like, oh, did somebody steal this girl's wallet? Like, what happened, right? So the story basically is she thought her boyfriend was cheating. Mm-hmm. She paid for the watch, so she had access, I guess, to the iPhone app. Mm-hmm. So she went through his phone, saw pictures and texts, started sending him screenshots. He was blowing up her phone, trying to get a hold of her. She packed her 2010 car, because she said this was back in 2010.
Oh, she had a new car, girl.
She packed her car up. She said, I just laid by the pool waiting. I was like, yes, diva. So she laid there waiting. He kept calling. Eventually he came home, and you know, she was like, listen, what do you have to say for yourself? Yeah. And he tried to do the, stanky leg, funky two-step. And she was like, I'm out. And that was the end of the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. So what I asked you at lunch, and we said we would save it for the podcast, was, did she violate trust? Right? If you give somebody a gift, are you allowed to then invade their privacy?
I've been through a partner's phone several times.
Was it locked and you had to find the code out?
It wasn't. I didn't pay for the phone, and I knew the code. So yeah, it was locked. So I think when it comes, and that's probably just how I do my personal relationship.
But were you thinking somebody was cheating, and that's why you wanted to go through it?
So let's say this. I think when you know, you know. I think when you know something's going on, there's an energy shift, and when people have the phone and they place it down really fast, or you just know when somebody's doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
It's very telling. People tell on themselves all the time.
All the time, honey.
When you go, when activities change.
Yes, what he's talking about, people, when there's less intimacy.
No, I'm just saying, just when things change in general.
When Ben had to start paying for the check more.
No, never. When routines change. So we'll say when lively routines change, you know when something's
You're coming home late.
You understand. Yeah. I think you just know. You sense it. And when you got to the point where you're now going through phones,
it's over already.
I think boundaries do exist in a relationship, but I think I think trust is super important. But I think if you're in a position where your trust is kind of being tested, go to the fucking phone. I don't know. I mean,
listen, you know the saying, all's fair in love and war.
Yeah. So I don't think it's the boundaries when it comes to that. I think as a partner, if I'm asking to see your phone, I think we just do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the part where I will be worried about somebody going through my phone is reading the group chat. You know what I mean? That's what I would be scared of.
Not the ladies of the C chat, honey. Our chat is clean.
Seeing the group chat, that's what I would, because that's everything goes down in the group chat. You know what I mean?
Not in our group chat, everybody. So just so you all know, Ben and I and my mom and Bruce have a group chat called Ladies of the Sea, because we're all going on a cruise together later this year, and our chat is nothing but TikToks. It's crazy memes. It's innocent because, listen, I have learned over the years, you do not put things you do not want people to see, period, in a text. So
I would say
I will not.
When it go back to boundaries, I would say it doesn't exist. It exists in a relationship, right? I think boundaries exist. If you're maybe not in the mood, you don't just, definitely
you're not trying to assault somebody.
Yeah, exactly. But I think when it comes to reading,
so you're talking about situational boundaries, basically.
Yes, I think she had every right to go through that. Even if she didn't pay for the watch, I think she had every right to go there because she needed to prove it. Sometimes we just need to see the proof, even though we knew.
I'm that person. I could know something. Listen, I've had plenty of bad relationships, and if I know it and I feel it,
Yeah.
I need confirmation. I need the visual proof so that I can, and you and I were talking about this the other day, so I can turn the switch off. Because I'm very much a dimmer, brighter, lower, like, you know, I manipulate things to where I need them to be for my reality sometimes, like my survival. But if I know it's going off, I need it to be like, I need indefensible, undeniable proof of whatever it is. And I'll tell you this story. One of my exes, you know, was not a great relationship, and that's an understatement. And at one point he came to the apartment we were supposed to be living in together, but he never moved in. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Go away. Right. I closed the door. He fell asleep in the stairwell. I could hear him snoring.
Oh my gosh. So you let him in.
So I let him in. I came and got him, let him in. I felt bad. Listen,
come inside.
This was like, I don't know, like 12 years, you know, whatever. I was paying $1,800 a month. Like, it was a nice apartment. Like, you can't be snoring.
12 years ago, 18
you know, you cannot be, you know. And so I put him in the guest room, and he always carried a second phone. We had upgraded our phones, but he had the original phone, right? Always with him. He's like, "That's where I play my music." And I'm like, "That's bullshit."
Get an iPad for
That's a lie.
Or
so
iPod.
fine. So he passed out. Girl, I grabbed that phone because I needed to know, right? Yeah. And I'm punching birth dates, anniversary dates, sisters, but like you name it, I'm punching it. And then I thought, okay, if I'm a drug addict and I'm an idiot and I'm fucking high, what am I going to remember?
Yeah.
So I punched in 0000. Boop. The whole phone opens up. When I tell you there were apps, gay meeting apps that I'd never even heard of, he had 5-6 years of constant like, hey, he's gone. God. Hey, I have time. Hey, I've got the entire time we were together. Hey, he just left. He's going to be at work for 10 hours. Hey, I got $40. Come get me.
That's crazy.
Right? I'm going to tell
scary,
you.
Actually,
yes.
scary.
I'm going to tell you what happened after I discovered it. But at that point, for me, there were no boundaries. Yeah. We weren't together, right? I don't care what you're telling me. Like, we're not living together. You're lying to me and you're gaslighting me. What I can't handle in relationships, business, friendship, intimate relationships, do not gaslight somebody. You cannot take somebody's mental fortitude for granted, because if I start doubting reality, I don't have a voice, right? Yeah. My mind is like, what do I lean on? I can't lean on myself, because now I'm second guessing. Like, am I wrong? Am I crazy? Is he right? Did it? Right? So that gaslighting is a narcissist's favorite tool, right? And I can't. So girl, I had to get to that phone, and that was the end of that. There was no turning back at that point. Yeah. Right? Like, because again, then your self-worth kicks in. No matter how damaged and low you are, that will save you. For me, right? The proof, it's like, oh no, I can't.
Why do you think we need proof before we make a decision on something like that? Like, why is that so valid? Like, why not just be like, you know what, the vibes are off, this is in the relationship? Why do you think we need to see something like that? Because I think I'm at a point, and I might not be at a point like that, but I would think that I'm at a point where I feel like if the vibes are off and it's not working, then we just need to end this, right? But I think sometimes I just don't want to know. I'm like, like, it's not like, I don't want to know. Like,
if I'm not that invested, then the vibes are off. It's over. Like, move bye. Yeah. I'm not that, like, I just don't, he's not into you, right? Like, I just don't really care that much. So goodbye, right? I'm not, but after 5, 6, 7 years, maybe 2 years, whatever the time frame is where you're all in, heart, soul, right? For me, then I need the proof. And sometimes the proof is, you're fighting the reality that all your friends and your family have been right, that you've been a fool.
So that was my next question to you. You said you've been doing it. It's been years of cheating. You didn't notice anything within those 6 years?
Listen,
you weren't like questioning anything?
No, I for sure had a suspect. Like, I was blaming his mental, like the bipolar and the drug addiction. I was blaming those two things. Like, he's disappearing to go do drugs. He's disappearing because he's off his meds. I figured he was probably doing X, Y, or Z, but then is it really you because you're crazy? Do I not love you? Like, it becomes complicated because there's so many things that you're wrapped up in. And I know people watching are like, bitch, you should have dumped him. It's easy. Sure, I should have. It's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what his therapist said to me that set me over the edge. I didn't say anything in response because I was so fucking wrecked that she said it to me. Mm-hmm. He was in rehab, outpatient rehab, and it was family day, right? So I went, and God love him. He had manipulated her to
the therapist.
Yes. He had wrapped her around his finger. He was the ideal rehab patient, right? He was,
oh, wow.
She thought he was it. And so while we were sitting there, she was really coming for me. And I was very confused. I'm like, bitch, I'm not in here. What? And she finally said to me, this is what she said to me. She said, if you were healthier, this relationship would have never happened. That's the look I had. I said, wait, so this is my fault? Wait.
What kind of therapist is this, girl?
And then fast forward about 10 minutes later, he said some off color shit to me and her face cracked. I said, now you've met him.
Yeah.
I said, because that version that you've been seeing, this is the real him, honey. And she was like, you can't talk to him like that, like telling him, and it like the whole thing like erupted, right? But to her credit, like, God love her for saying it to me because it never left me. And weeks later, when I wasn't sort of in the moment of feeling like she was coming for me and how dare you, like all that, I thought she's fucking right. If I was healthier, I don't want to cry, if I had loved me more, I wouldn't have put myself in that position. I wouldn't have allowed somebody to treat me so badly. So it's not his fault. This is why I don't do blame.
Yeah.
It's about me. Right? I didn't really need the proof. That was the last excuse.
Yeah.
So I don't function that way anymore because I'm not unhealthy like that anymore. Right? If I don't feel like something's right with Bruce, we have a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting to see if he's going to do some shit. I'm not trying to go through the phone. We're going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's that simple, right? I'm not going to yell. I'm not raising my voice. We're going to have a talk. And if you don't want to talk, if he says, I don't want to talk, okay, then you let me know when you're ready to talk, but we will be talking.
I think to tie in our last podcast, I think it's going back to like, I think Bruce is he can self-reflect and he can be self-accountable. And I think that's so important, and especially in a relationship as well, because then we can work on it together, right? Like, hey, what can I do better? How can I be a better partner for you? How can I be a better husband?
He's willing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's the hardest
You have to
part.
be willing and self-aware.
People can't have those hard conversations or see themselves. And I think that's tough, But then, I don't know. But so back, did she have the right to do that? I think so. I think she had the right to go to that watch and...
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll go back to her. She was in a space where she wasn't healthy enough to avoid having to go through that watch.
Mm. You're going to be like those girls. Mm.
The black girls, right? And that's really where we all, I think, try to get to in our adult lives. Yeah. Listen, in my 20s, I was screaming, cursing, fighting, like, I was all telenovela, honey, 24/7. Like, say something I don't fucking like. I'm reading you for filth. I don't care if your feelings get hurt. I'm not even gonna apologize, right? Yeah. I'm gonna act like whatever, you deserve it. Today, 57, I would never.
That was an unhealed version of you. That's what it was. Like yelling and acting.
Yeah, listen. Hurt people.
Absolutely.
And now, I had a life coach for a while. I need to get her back. Not need, like, I feel like without her, but I want her back. I feel like it's the right time to add that piece to the puzzle again. But there was always something with her that she, I'd say, I was crying the other day, and because I would cry a lot, like
the estrogen.
Well, no, it was before that. It was because she was bringing things out, right?
Okay.
And so now, and then as I grew up, I'd always hear, men don't cry, but real men don't cry. You're just a fucking faggot. Well, stop crying, right? I grew up with all that. Now,
I'm gonna laugh.
Now when I cry, I realize, like, I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm crying because what I realize is something is healing.
Yeah.
And we forget that, right? Because we're so conditioned to think that crying is about sadness. Crying, honestly, for me now, is about healing and wellness. So if you can't cry, bitch, you're not getting well. Let the tears fall. Like the people that are so wound up so tightly, you need to cry. Let it out. Whatever it is. Listen, we've had this conversation on the podcast last week or the week before, whichever episode. And the LaBubus, I'm in my LaBubu era. My child, I was dressing my LaBubus today, honey. They got outfits. And I was dressing 2 of them today, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, my little baby's getting clothes, and they look so cute. And I think I didn't get that as a kid. I didn't get to have a little toy like that. And so I love having it now. My stepson, his wife is pregnant, so I get to be Fabuelo. I have sent them probably 20 gifts already.
LaBubu gifts?
No, just from the baby registry. I just keep.
What's the baby do?
October.
Is it Scorpio baby?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm a Scorpio. Did we ever talk about that? I'm a Scorpio.
So Rhett, his name will be Rhett.
Aww.
So yeah, so I'm in this new phase of
grandpa phase.
Well, Fabuelo phase. But my I hear you laughing, Jaime. I'm in this phase
Abuela
of
phase.
accepting, right? I'm accepting who I am, where I am, what I am. And I'm not apologizing for it because I don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to like me. You don't have to approve of me. I'm not asking for it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to get real deep now. There's only one God. And if you believe in Allah or Buddha or whatever you believe in, there's only one higher power that's going to, at the end of the day, going to judge whether you've been good or bad. So I don't give a fuck about all the other people. Y'all sinning just like me. So get your own shit together before you worry about what I'm doing in this glass house, honey.
Period. And can we get an amen? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, honey.
Yeah.
So now, today in your relationship, now that you're beyond your 20s.
I'm in my 20s, friend.
Beyond your 20s, nearing, the next generation. We won't say the number so you don't pass out in the chair.
Well, that kicked us over,
as
friend.
he looks at the other camera. What would you do now? Are you comfortable having a conversation? Or are you still going to do detective work?
No, one thing about me, I've always been super vocal, very young. I've always been I'm not a passive aggressive person. I'm just not.
We've had this conversation.
I'm to the point, bitch. And I feel like if something is bothering me, I'm going to say something. And I've always been like that in my relationships. I've always been like, hey, I didn't like this, or what did you mean by this? And I've only gotten better at that part of having conversations. I think what I would do differently is I wouldn't accept anything less than what I would want. If that makes sense. If I wouldn't.
You're not going to settle.
I'm not going to settle, but I think I would, if there was a boundary that I just didn't want to cross, I wouldn't cross it. If there was
Right, you're not going to settle.
Yeah, I guess settling. I just don't like the word settling because it just seems like, to me, the word settling makes it sound like somebody's less than, and that's not everyone I'm trying to say.
It's not that somebody's less than. It's that they're not giving you. They're giving you less than you
maybe
desire,
I guess,
or feel like you're worth.
Yeah. So I just think
I think settling is
certain boundaries would be put into place. Let's just say that, and I wouldn't accept anything less. So if I had to give advice to yesterday me,
your cousin, we'll talk your cousin. You're 18, right? Your niece. Is it your cousin? Your niece. Your niece. Your niece. Talking to her,
I think she's gonna be okay. I think because I think she grew up differently, where she's the guy that, or girl, we don't judge whoever she ends up with later on. I think she's gonna have such a high self-worth that she's gonna be like, no. So I'm not worried about her in any means. I think for me, I think I just grew up a little differently, where I'm like, felt like this is it. This is the best I can do, and I felt like I accepted a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have, So. We all go through it's growing pains.
Yeah, listen, it's that journey of self-worth, and I accepted things for sure that I would never accept now. But at the time, it didn't seem like a compromise. It didn't seem like I was expecting less or deserving of more. I never liked, sorry to cut you off. I don't like the word deserving, right? It's very hard for me to say, oh, I deserve this, or, oh, you deserve that. And because it seems like it seems very privileged to me, right? And
because everybody should deserve this, is what you're trying to say. Like,
and the reality is, I don't think a lot of people deserve a lot of shit. So to say you deserve something really takes a confidence in who you are and a real self-awareness to say, listen, I deserve to be happy.
Absolutely.
I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be treated like a king, a queen, whatever that is. There's a real power in saying it healthy, right? And a lot of times in your 20s and early 30s, it's like, well, I deserve it. Girl, I deserve it. Like, you sound like a bitch, right?
I think people say things and it's like, that should be the bare minimum, friend. Like, the bare bar is minimum, and people are like, I deserve at least this and this. I'm like, yeah, everybody does. Like, that's the bare minimum, you know? So for me, like, what somebody's feel like it's great, like, that's my bare minimum.
Well, that princess behavior, right? Like, that's not princess behavior for me.
Absolutely. It's like, and then we go up on that, you know what I mean? And so
there are levels.
I would say one thing about me, even in my like younger days, I've always had a standard, at least, you know, like meaning standard, not like physicality. I mean, like, just,
I think I had standards, but
you know,
but my standards are based on what I saw, right? What I grew up with. And listen, I love my mom. I love my grandmother. They are two of the strongest women that have ever walked the face of this planet. Obviously, my mom is still alive. I'm not trying to kill her off. But they were not lucky in love. And the things that I grew up seeing and the things that I took in unknowingly, right? Because you don't know how you're being affected.
Yeah.
And it's taken time to outgrow it, to understand it, to re-educate myself, and all of that. And it's work. People think being happy is easy. Like, oh, it's so much easier to be happy. No, it's fucking not. You have to do work. Being miserable is easy. It's like, listen, I'm fat. Look, I'm eating a cookie. Like, who doesn't want a cookie? Like, oh, I'm not fat. I better go work out. I'll go have a smoothie. Oh, like, I got to get dressed. And I got to go to the gym. And I got to go to get a smoothie. Oh, girl, like, that's a lot of fat. I'm going to be a sloth. So being happy is a lot of work because you have to be self-aware. Then once you're self-aware, then you have to create boundaries.
Yeah.
Then once you have boundaries, right, now you have to start like the laws of attraction for friends, for relationships. Like, and then you're juggling multiple personalities, multiple relationships. And if you've done your life right, your relationships all require the same amount of energy from you. Because they're all really the same person inherently. They're good people who love you and elevate you.
Yes.
We've talked about this, right? Like, I don't want fucking vampires in my space, energy suckers. Like, if you're not uplifting me and I don't want to uplift you, why do I know you?
Yeah, why are we friends?
We're not even friends. Like, why do I know you? Like, you're just, listen, you're blocking the blessing. Move on.
I think people find their tribe. And I realized that, do I want to say this?
I want to say this before you say that. People find their tribe, but there are tribe invaders. And those are the people you have to watch out for because they put on the mask and they manipulate and they pretend and they get and they get and they get. And when you think they're going to give because you need them to, they disappear or they disappoint. And again, you can't be mad because you should have seen it.
Well, it goes back to what we said, self-worth.
It's a growth moment. Like, if you didn't see it,
aha moments.
Yeah, listen, if you didn't see it, don't get mad. Just get better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think back to the relationship stuff.
Yeah.
I think I had to like go back and see like younger me.
Just 2 days ago, you're younger.
Yeah, yesterday. I think there was a thing that I prided myself on, and I think for whatever reason I had such a hard time just I accepted that I was gay as a young kid, obviously, but for some reason, like, being tied into anything gay really bothered me. So like I mentioned earlier how a few podcasts ago how I'd want to be a hairdresser, but then it was like a gay job, so I didn't do it. Well, when one of my early relationships, I would say like I pride myself. I'm like, I'm not like the regular gays. Like, you know, you like, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like I was like the cool gays. And so that
I'm not part of the riffraff gays.
it literally, and so like,
What?
but looking back, that's so stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Because when you're younger, you're just trying to fit in. And, you know, it's funny. In one of the podcasts, we talked about my very first relationship, Paul Downer, who told me I was, you know, beautiful. First time ever told me I was beautiful. But it was hard because the standard of beauty when I was 18, 19, 20, 16, 15 was white men, blonde hair, brown hair with highlights, 6 feet tall, fit. Like I was never going to be that.
Yeah.
So I never thought, like, there was nobody in a magazine that was Hispanic. So how could I think I was attractive? Right. You know, I didn't grow up with that. So yeah, it's a journey. And I think I'm so happy at this stage in my life that we'll say baby Rhett, my soon to be grandson, because I love Wesley like he's my own blood. You know, Rhett, gay, straight, or otherwise, is going to really grow up in a space where he can be who he needs to be without fear. And his parents are loving, his grandparents are loving, and he's going to have a safe space. That's the most important thing, I think, with kids and moving forward where we are from, you know, today to tomorrow to the next decade. Are we safe? Right? You were talking about kids today at lunch. It surprised me because we don't ever really talk about that. I think my window is probably cracked this much open. I think Bruce has really decided it's not going to happen for us. And I haven't quite given in yet.
Do you want kids? Or
I've always wanted kids, but I think I'm 57 now. I don't want to be an old father. And for me to have a child now, I would have to adopt a 7 to 12-year-old, really, to fit into my life, to be able to try to mold them to be a better, right? And that would probably be more work than having an infant.
Yeah.
And I would never risk my relationship with Bruce to fill what really is a smaller piece of something that I may want.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled to have
a grandson.
You know, Rhett coming. I'm everybody's gunkle. You know, I love, you know, you and Jacob and Armando because you're like
my gays.
Yeah, because you're my gays, and you know, you guys are all younger than me, but I feel like, you know, you guys respect me and you listen to me, and we all learn from each other. So I don't think I need kids, but it's hard to say it out loud, right? Like, I know I would be an amazing father. I just think the universe has thought otherwise, like not this lifetime. So I'll tell you this. Years ago, my mom and I went to a fortune teller in California. And, you know, we went and we sat down and she threw the cards and she looking at the cards and she looked at me and she looked at the card and she looked up again. I said, oh God, I have fucking cancer. I'm going to die. Like I'm starting to panic, right? And I looked at my mom and my mom grabbed my hand and she looked down one more time and she looked at me and she said, you like men.
Your mom said this? Or the card person?
She said, you like men, right? I said, yes, I'm gay. She said, okay. And she was so thrown. And then it finally dawned on her, oh, okay. And she said to me, in your previous life, you were a woman. This is why you're gay now. You loved being a woman. You loved your husband and your kids, and your spirit couldn't let it go.
That's funny.
She said, but you'll never be lucky in love this lifetime. And for years.
How old are you in this?
Like my early 20s.
Okay.
And for years, I believed her. Like somewhere I believed that.
Yeah.
And when I tell you Bruce appearing out of thin air, almost, you know, it's been 2 years. Our wedding anniversary is 2 years in a couple of weeks, but it's been over 2 years since we met. He has brought the joy I never thought I would have.
Aww.
And you have to get to that space subconsciously where you believe it will happen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, so you met Bruce 2 years ago?
I always feel like, just kidding.
So you met Bruce 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like, had you met Bruce?
Girl, I'm glad this shirt didn't break there. I just, we would have cut this podcast right there.
A little so
no take Ozempic.
What was I gonna say? Do you feel like, had you met Bruce, let's say 5 years ago, you would be ready for that type of love, or do you think you're not? He came at a time where you were like ready for it.
It's funny because he and I were talking about this the other day, and not this specifically, but he said, I think we would have been friends when I was younger, right? In his early 20s. I said, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Wilder Bruce is somebody I would have liked. I like this iteration of you.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the core of who he is would always have been I would have always been attracted to that. So I think if we had met sooner, 5 years ago, 5, 10, 6 years ago, whatever, I think we probably would have been attracted to each other. I don't know if the relationship would have lasted. If it was to last, I think it would have been rockier than it is now.
There's a saying, right? Like, right person, wrong time.
Yes.
Right. So this was just asking you, like, do you think, because you said like, oh, I've been unlucky in love, but do you feel like the older versions of you would have been ready for that type of love? That's my question.
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, I've always been ready for love. The problem is I've always given love to too much love or love at all to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Right. I believed that my loving somebody would help them become a better version.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to fix them, but if I just loved them, they would be better. They would get
we don't like a project friend.
Well, but when you're not healthy, you don't think it's a project.
Yeah.
You think you're just being loving. So, a younger version of me, 50-year-old version of me, would I have been attracted to Bruce? Sure. Bruce is beautiful inside and out. Would our relationship still be going? Probably. Because I think just the nature of our dynamic, we wouldn't have left each other. I just think it would have been rockier.
Okay. Good answer.
But he's the right person at the right time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Just like,
and everybody, I'm not allowed to ask Ben these questions. So it's not that I want to talk about me. It's that Ben doesn't want to talk about Ben.
Ben is still on a journey, you guys.
Aren't we talking about journeys?
There's this thing I have to sing. It's called "It's the Journey." It's from what's her name? Tisha Campbell. Her name. She came up with the song, and it's not great. And so she's like, "It's the journey."
Oh,
I'm gonna send it to you later.
That's funny.
But anyway, Ben is in a situationship that we don't even know, so we'll figure it out one day.
But Ben knows that he has the love and support of all his friends, especially me. And listen, he's got the space to be who he needs to be, to figure out where he wants to be and who he wants to be with, which is great. Like,
maybe one day we'll do a podcast about that situation, just like not any names, but like just about.
We never need names.
Yeah, but maybe we'll talk about, what gay men do, I mean, to protect other men, you know what I mean? And I think that's and so that's when I said, oh, I'm like a cool one or what I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but you get it.
I get it.
We get it. We'll open up one day.
Not we. You.
We keep going back to Shrek, friend. Shrek. I'm like going back to Shrek. I'm like an ogre. We peel those layers back.
I'm just reminding you.
Kaiman, can you do me like Shrek? And I get like the green skin? Can you edit?
Give him Fiona. Give him his
like little
Fiona.
ears, like green skin right here.
I
should be Fiona for Halloween. I think I'm going to do that this year.
You should.
I really should. That'd be so cute, right?
Because then he could actually be Shrek too. Because his face wouldn't be showing.
What are you saying about? I don't know these people. But, yeah, I think it'd be cute.
Whoever he is,
whoever them,
them.
But yeah, I think I will be Fiona for Halloween. You guys, insert picture here. Let's get it.
Oh God! Listen, I said this. I don't know if it was the beginning of this podcast or the beginning of the last one.
I don't know. Yeah,
I love.
It's all one day to me.
Yeah, but I love sitting here with you. Like, I forget what we talk about until Hyman sends us the hey, here's the edit version. You want to edit it, right? I always forget, and so I I get so entertained by us. I get why people love us.
Like, I get it.
I'm sitting here just at the end of this, here we are at the end. Like, I just love sitting here with you and talking with you, and like my Ben time, I treasure. I really do.
So Milo's a talker, and I love that though, because I'm like chill. I like to ask people provoking questions. Like, I love it. It's like I want to get your gears going, you know. So that's me. I'm like the question asker, and Milo's the diva.
I'll ask.
Am I the diva, or are you the diva?
When we turn into certain topics, I can't ask the questions.
Well,
but it's okay. Like, listen, no tea, no shade. It is what that's what makes us us.
Yeah. Makes this work.
Yeah,
but you have a lot of life experiences that I love.
Yeah, listen, he just called me a whore, honey. Listen, you hear that? You hear that podcast?
You got some years on you. You got.
Now he's calling me an old whore.
You got some miles on you, friend.
Oh, and a used whore, an old used whore. This is declining fast. Next week on Milo the podcast.
Cross it out.
Next week on Milo and Bruce.
Milo and Friends. Is that a storybook or something? Milo and Friends, or like a cartoon? I think it is. It should be, right?
Well, it is. It's my life.
Milo and
When they
Friends.
start filming me for a reality show, that's what it'll be, Milo and Friends.
I know. We do need a reality show.
Girl, they aren't ready for us. You know, I was recording a reality. Did I ever tell you?
God, I think you did tell me, but
The Divas of Dallas. I was the only man that was going to be on the show.
what happened to that? Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Title Tina. Tina had title. You know, Title Tina is, right?
I think so. Tina something.
Big hair, yeah, and like she's always in pink. She's a great personality.
What's her last name?
Good person. I can't think of it right now.
Because I'm thinking of her. Like, I think we're. I don't know.
I'm sure you're friends.
Okay.
But she, she had a Roku station, and she was trying to get the show together, and so there was a couple of realtors that I know, another mortgage person. I don't really know her, but I know of her. And we had started taping sort of the cutouts.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of didn't happen.
So, but you did film?
Yeah.
You never followed up to say, hey, what happened?
Girl, you know me. I don't ask. I'm not like, listen, if you wanted me, it would happen. So that's just how
I want to see the videos. I want to see the edits. Blame it on the edit.
Listen, there's no blame on that. So, yeah, I think I would, it would be funny to like, if they just did Milo and Friends, or like the gays, it was me, you, Bruce, my mom.
Yeah.
Like, call it the tribe, something. Like,
I know.
It would be a hot mess.
It'd be funny.
It would be hilarious. Like, my mom called me yesterday. We're supposed to be wrapping this up, but my mom called yesterday. She's in California. Listen, everybody, sometimes we run over. You're welcome. You're welcome. My mom went to
giving us a light.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
He's eating another fucking cookie. He don't care. My mom called. She's in California for like the next 3 weeks, and she said, "Hey, real quick." She always real quick, like she's bothering me, right?
Aww.
I said, "What?" She said, "They have LaBubus."
That's so cute.
I said, "Where are you?" She said, "We're at the mall." I said, "Are you at Pop Mart?" "No, we're in some store, and she has LaBubus." I said, Does she have the Coca-Cola LaBubu? Because that's the one I really want. She said, "The keychain." I said, "Bitch, I don't want no keychain." Like, she said, "She has glasses, LaBubu glasses." I said, "Okay, I need a red pair and I need a blue pair."
So cute.
So she's buying me little LaBubu accessories. Yeah.
I love your mom for that. She's embracing this LaBubu obsession you have.
Well, because I already got her one, purple one, and then I got her and Bruce the Hossie Poo Poos, the gummy ones, the gummy bear ones. Yeah, listen, I love my mom, and I'm blessed that God, the universe, whoever decided that I was supposed to be hers, because she is one in a trillion.
Last question, then we can wrap up.
I'm not pregnant.
How far along are you?
It's gas.
That's what that smell is.
That's your upper lip.
What song are you obsessed with this week? Are you any music?
Oh yeah, so you'll appreciate this. That's what I want to tell you. I am listening to. Are you ready?
Yeah, tell me.
Mariah Carey. The remixes.
Oh, I love that album.
Ooh, child, that EP is everything.
Did you know some of those remixes? Or you?
No, the new No, not the remixes.
Type Dangerous.
Type Dangerous remixes.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah.
Because she has an album called The Remixes.
No, I know. I have that too. Yeah, I love that. But I'm all in my little Type Dangerous. I'm pissed off that, like, I feel like it's a conspiracy against Mariah. Like, why are they playing the bitch on my anything, right? She's number 48 on the pop chart. Like, they have not thrown her on any Sirius XM station.
Yeah.
She's numbered 3 or 4 in, like, urban charts. But I don't really listen to urban music. No tea, no shade.
I'm
like,
obsessed with Thanks for asking me, Milo. I'm obsessed.
Ben, what are you obsessed with this week? What's on your playlist?
And I've been obsessed with it all year, but like this week alone, I've been listening. There's an artist called Doechii. You know who Doechii is?
Yes.
There's a song called
Bruce likes her.
Alter Ego. I love that song, and it's like it just.
But
gets
they
me
say
going.
she's an industry plant.
Probably. I don't give a shit. Who cares? Look, I'm all about people getting money. You know, one thing about
I don't even care who you are, as long as you're not fucking with me, and you get, especially an artist.
Yeah.
If you make good beats and good lyrics,
music,
I don't care. That's it.
Quote the song. I'm gonna get money type of bitch.
Listen, what's Cardi B's new song called? Up.
Oh, outside.
Outside. I love that song.
That was last week's song for me.
Yeah, I love
outside. I love that
Every
song.
time I think of Cardi B, I think about how does she wipe her ass.
She tells you.
She tells you she stabs herself.
She tells you. She gives you a tutorial on it, friend.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta look up these songs. You're like, what music are they listening to?
Up and it's stuck, honey.
And it gets up and it's stuck. Oh, we outside.
Ooh, listen, it's outside after it's up and it's stuck. Hyman, we're leaving.
I know, we're leaving. They're kicking us out, you guys. They're turning off the lights. We gotta go.
If you're looking for a realtor, there's only one you should reach out to. It is ourrealtorben@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know your number by heart yet.
It's cool. You can call me. Call me at 469-363-8955. We talk about fun stuff in real estate. Why are you laughing?
Because all of a sudden, you can call me.
Oh, you can call me.
All of a sudden, you became this pimp. Hyman started laughing. He put the cookie down.
I gotta do my demure voice.
And once you're ready for a loan, because Ben is living his best fantasy with his hair right now, you can reach out to Milo Draven, owner broker of Inclusive Lending LLC.
Period.
682-351-2875.
Tell them, friend.
Bye, everybody. See you in the next episode.